And we're also live here in Moore, Oklahoma, 1 year after that deadly tornado. Coming up, learn how a bathtub is changing one family's attitude about tornado shelters. That's still ahead.
Live from New York and the heart of Rockefeller Center, it's Wake Up with Al Roker and Stephanie Abrams.
1 year ago, 7 children lost their lives. Just 7 of 24 people who died when that deadly tornado tore through 2 elementary schools.
There's now a big push to put storm shelters in school. Dave Malkoff is live at the construction site where people of Moore are rebuilding Plaza Tower Elementary. Dave, good morning to you. I know we're going to talk about the elementary school, but also you said one family was looking at a tub differently after this experience?
Yeah, definitely, Stephanie. That was the bathtub where their son survived. There will be a tornado shelter in here and in many homes they're rebuilding as well.
I was very assured I was going to die.
1 year ago, Jake Reddington's house was collapsing around him. This teenager saw the twister, jumped in the bathtub.
And then next thing you know, I'm hearing water pipes break, the roof flies off, and then I just feel myself getting lifted up.
Suddenly, there was silence. Jake walked out and saw that his home and his neighbor, 40-year-old Shannon Quick, were gone. If you go back to the house today, you'll find nothing but an empty foundation. Just a mile and a half away, open house flags are flying. This is where Jake and his family rebuilt their lives.
Feels more like a house, not home.
For 20 plus years, over there is what we called home.
We first met Kenny and Sawyer Tumbleson at the big high school graduation.
Sawyer Tumbleson.
Just days after the storm.
She knew she was graduating today, but she took time out of her schedule to help me go through my stuff.
Since then, Sawyer left for college, stayed a semester, but
I didn't like being away from Moore just because it's like a family here, and I just feel more comfortable being here.
Is that about right here? Yeah.
all this anniversary talk is hard for her stepbrother.
It's tough for him. He's a tough little guy.
I didn't ride through an F5 tornado like he did.
Remember, that bathtub was his storm shelter.
As long as I've lived here in the state of Oklahoma, I've never had a storm shelter.
The Moore tornado changed attitudes. Just look in the backyard. Do you have neighbors who lost homes, built a new one, and didn't put in a shelter like this?
No. All the neighbors that I had over where we lost our home, and I've stayed in contact with pretty much all of them, they all have storm shelters in their homes.
And right there behind the shelter,
The bathtub means a lot to all of us.
it's not just a flower bed, it's a reminder.
You know, I mean, it's the reason he's here. No other reason other than that bathtub and God taking care of him at the moment.
I talked to the big shelter provider here in town. He told me 5,000 shelters have gone in since the tornado, and if you want one today, Al and Stephanie, it's a 2-month waiting list.
That's good.
It
I
really
mean,
is. You know, I was in Oklahoma City a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and you see commercials for storm shelters.
Good.
So that's good news. Well, just ahead on Wake Up with Al.